Onward to the next thing. Who wants more money? Come on, that's as good as that was like half the room, the other half like forgot. I know, right? Who wants $1 million? You know, this row don't want any money. They're like, no, what you cool for that, you know, like. Oh, they're into veggie now. Anyway, I want to introduce you to, I know, so I tease you with sugar, yummy thing that is good, healthy for you, and then I go, pay attention. Shoot myself. Okay, so I want to introduce you to my dear friend, Jim T. Chong. Jim is, first of all, it's just big heart. You know, like if you see a big red heart, that would be Jim walking down the street. And if you ever need anything, call Jim. If you want him to take you to lunch, call Jim. But behind that is really a man who just loves community, loves taking a stand for you and your financial abundance and your well-care. And I wanted to let you know a little bit about Jim. He is a professional financial and business strategist focused on helping conscious business owners and cause-based professionals and organizations. That would be just about all of us in this room, right? Are we not cause-based people? Like you have a cause, that's why you're here. He's a published author and a columnist, as well as a professional speaker, facilitator, and collaborator on the executive team of several established organizations. Jim does not sleep. He has all these things, and then he drives between here, Stockton, and Pleasanton, and then he takes care of his ailing father too. So there you go. And Jim, like I said, he is a heart-centered person that promotes a greater good and works side by side with many of his clients in helping them transform their dreams and passions into tangible outcomes and results. So please welcome Jim.
Okay, real quick, let's give the lovely May Vu a big round of applause. And she is phenomenal. I know this is a smaller room, but what I want to do is see, I'm usually an okay speaker. Is this okay without a mic? Yeah. All right, great. So let's raise for, how many of you are excited today? Wait a second. I can do a little bit better. How many of you are excited today? Great. Well, you know what? We have no time to waste. I want to jump right into it. We have some great people talk about some wonderful things. We just heard about, just wow, how your feet could really dictate the direction of your life, right? And I see some of us taking off our shoes, looking at our feet, and over there. And what I want to do is let you know, I have the honor and privilege to talk about our relationship with money. Now let's go ahead and give a big round of applause there. And, she said I have a big heart. I have to be real careful. She said big heart. I think she's saying, Jim, you need to get a little bit more on some health stuff too. I'm a little bit big, trying to take care of myself that way as well. But money is a really funny thing. When you talk about money, there's a lot of emotion that surrounds money. Some people are so excited talking about it. Some people, it's a little frustrating to be honest. Some people have a little bit of fear. And so no matter where you're at, I want to set up an agreement with yourself and with myself. Is that okay? Yeah. One thing, no matter what you determine it to be for you, where you're at, it is no indication of who you are. Does that make sense? All right, everyone give me a round of applause. And here's the thing. I want to make sure you're very, very clear. This is a subject that I believe you absolutely need to address. And it's important because it doesn't surprise me that kind of the claps are a little bit mixed, Should we be clapping when he's up there? We should be clapping. It looks a little funny. We should be clapping. But I don't know. I don't really want to talk about it. Now, no matter where you're at, we're going to have something to you. I will agree with you if you agree with me. I will give it 110% if you give it 100%. Really pay attention to the things I have to share. Is that fair enough? Yeah. Now, what I want to say, I believe money dictates everything about you. And I have absolutely heard one of the things, well, money isn't everything, right? You fall into that? That is not necessarily true. Because if we're interconnected with everything, we're also interconnected to what? Money, right? And here's the thing. I want you to say money equals choice. Because here's the deal. If you have a little bit of money, guess how many choices you have? You have a little bit of choice. If you have a lot of money, guess what you have? You have a lot of choice. And what I want you to really think about is, is it okay to play a little bit together? Okay, great. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to help give you a lot of choice, or at least let yourself pretend if you're not there yet. Is that fair? Yeah. What I want you to do is really think about your dynamics with money. Now, money dictates everything. Let me give you an example. If you want to get healthy, right, you have to buy some great products, which cost a lot of money. Okay? If you want to be a great runner, what do runners usually need? They need some excellent what? Shoes. Guess what really good shoes cost? A lot of money, right? I guarantee you that you came into a car, whether it's a Lexus or some level of a car, right? Somehow, or maybe you pushed it here. I guarantee you that car also costed you money. And that gas costed you money. Okay. Now here's the thing. I think I made my point. We joke about it, but this is a very, very serious topic. All right? The fact that I talk to many people, I work with all types of people, all the way from people that are dead broke, they owe a lot, to people that are multimillionaires. Matter of fact, I'm being flown out to somewhere. I'm going to be talking to somebody that makes $150,000 to $175,000 a month. Is that pretty good? I'm going to learn a few things. My goal is to be able to take all that information from 8 people that are multi-millionaires or filthy rich, find out what their secret is. And I don't know where you stand in your relationship with money, but a lot of people have that dynamic, like myself, that I don't really feel like, well, initially I need to make a lot of money. You know why? It's rooted in something. Could it be possibly that we relate money to possibly what? Security, okay. But why don't we want to say, you know, we'll get along. Why don't we want to be filthy rich? What are some thoughts that can come through our head? Why would we not want to be? All right, what's our perception of people with money sometimes?
Evil.
Huh? Yeah, they're a-holes, right?
Greedy.
They're heartless. They're what? They're heartless.
Yes.
And
greedy.
I have that. They're greedy.
Unspiritual.
They're unspiritual. I work with many organizations, Asian communities, you know, I'm on the executive team of Healing Emotions, Stroke Prevention and Awareness. I do care what people think. I don't want to seem heartless in everything that I do, because I put my heart 110% into everything I do. Now, here's what I realize. Many people that are cause-based, like yourselves, conscious business owners, if you don't have that mentality to be filthy rich, I'm using that intentionally, guess what? By definition, you're going to have less what? Choice. All right? Money will basically magnify whatever you really are. So, I had a great talk with somebody the other day. They said, well, what would you do? You know, he said, well, I don't need that much money. You know, actually, there's a few people I talked to the last couple weeks. I don't need that much money. I love that discussion. Well, let me ask you this. What would you do with $1 million? They said, well, I'd love to feed children. And one person said that. Another person said, oh, I'd like to do some good. So doesn't it kind of make sense that you should be focused on making a lot of money? And I'll tell you, people that are cause-based taking care of somebody else, guess who they're the least likely to take care of? Themselves. And so it is very important that no matter where you're at in life, you have the right, healthy relationship with money. I had to overcome it. I realized I don't ask for money, and May Vu knows this as well, just going through some of the programs that I have as well, and some of the speaking venues and stuff. One thing that was hard for me to do was value myself, because I'm also focused on helping somebody else. What I realized, that is not sustainable. If you want to go ahead and have sustainable impact, which is what was in my preface, you have to be able to live beyond your cause, so it doesn't just fade away with you. Does that make sense? Most people keep going, 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 and eventually they're done. They're tired. You know why? They didn't have enough money. They cannot live the life that they choose to live because they've sacrificed it all. That is very, very inspiring But I'll tell you, here's one thing I realized. I look at some of my friends. They are not very inspired by people that give their life away, can't afford a car, can't afford a bus fare, can't afford just to take a vacation. So we have to take care of who first? Ourselves. Right? Who do we have to take care of? Ourselves. So, I get a chance to work with a lot of people. And anywhere you stand on the spectrum, again, not a judgment. There are some people that are a zero where they could, let's just say they could use a little bit more money and help. All right? I've seen people that have a lot of money. And I've seen people right in that, let's call it zero, a person that just needs a lot of help. I wish they had some abundance, okay? Things could be going better for them. And a 10, where you can do whatever you want. You can say, I want to take a trip to Paris today. I'll just buy a ticket and go for a month. How many of us are in that category here today? Oh my God, I was hoping that. I hope I find somebody like that because I want to go with you. Okay? But the whole thing is that it really is, if you're a 0 or a 10 where you're able to do everything, 5 is right in the middle, the sweet spot. Oh, this is great. These are the people that work, they work hard, they owe a little bit, they have some choices, but they can't do everything they want to do. They can do some of the things, but they're still limited. Does that make sense? Person at 0, they're hurting. They need some sort of a plan. And I'll tell you, people that have problems looking at money, guess what they don't do by definition? They don't look at the money. They don't look at the plan. It's very difficult. All right? I went through a very hard time over the last couple of years, just some personal challenges. And I'll tell you, it is rough. Some people would potentially devastate people financially. I was able to pull out because I did have some things in place. I was able to buy a car. My friend needed a car. I was able to buy another car, let them use my other car, which I'm going to get back. Okay? But the whole thing is, do you think I feel good about doing something like that? See, it is important that you are able to sustain what you do. So many of you have what is a yellow sheet, or a green sheet, sorry, orange sheet. It is called a financial business trajectory. I tried to make this sound as sexy as I could, all right? It just don't work, all right? Let's just call it like what it is. I don't get to talk about that chocolate, how it just kind of oozes down your throat, and it's silky smooth. You can just imagine the curves. I can talk about money. Money. But here's the deal. You read about this. I'm not going to go through this. This talks about the basics of setting up a financial plan. All right? But these are important things to talk about. When I get together with people, I help instill them with vision. I give them a roadmap so they can clearly see where they are at. I'm not here to blow smoke. I'm saying, here's where you're at. This is the path you must travel. If you've done a better job planning up to this point, you can travel a less rough path. Okay? But I get together with people and do this. One person I got together with recently, out of thin air, a mother of 6. Some of you know her. She's Cammie Ferry. I'm a business partner with her. She started a business and now she has her own theater company, but she's been an actress of 30 years. And she's doing V-Day, which we're going to have several hundred people attend. Is that pretty good progress? Wow. I have another person is opening up a food truck business as a result. I have another coach, a holistic coach that I help make an extra, I have 7,000 or 8,000. We're kind of still doing the numbers. A year. I have somebody that was a massage therapist that had never broken $36,000 before. She was making less than 15. In 1 month, we got her to hit her goal. Is that exciting? Yeah. It's all about focus. What you expect, you need to be able to instant. So I encourage you, join with, have a discovery session with me. If the path is unclear for you, join with me. Let's have a discussion. I have no judgment. I'm a licensed professional as well. I can talk about that, but it's not very exciting. Okay? I can talk about cash value, insurance, all that stuff. I help very high-end people as well. But I love hitting the people that are 5 and 0 to 5. Because these are the people that have that vision. I can be a part of it, and I can say, yeah, I played a role in that. You know what I mean? I want to contribute to your success. Now, one of the things that I do as well, I'd love for you to also get a copy of this paper. I actually have a section here on page 11. You'll catch it a little bit later, and it talks about the the business trajectory. I happened to write about it before this topic came out for me. And it shows you what I do in the community. If you want to hear more from me, maybe you're tired of hearing from me, you can go visit the Chinese New Year Parade. I'm doing it for the city of Stockton, March 1st. All right. I'm also doing 2 events, one's for a foundation, one's for a chamber. There's like 300 people at one event, several hundred people at another. And I'm rolling out what they call the Walk Star, you know, Walk WOK, for my cultural connection, Walk Star Productions. Because I'm going to be asking people, are you ready to party like a Walk Star? Walk Star, okay? That's my cultural connection. More about that later, stay tuned. But I want to really help you live your passion. Hey, I got to have a lot of fun too. I don't get to just be the person that holds you accountable, okay? But I really want you to live your life the way you want to live, not the way other people like to live. Now let me tell you, with wherever you're at financially, I guarantee you how much money dictates what you can do and what you cannot do. I am here to expand your choice. Very simple. Is that good? Yeah. So let's give a big round of applause. Let's do I do have a little exercise that I'm going to be doing, but I want to make sure that you're very, very clear. Sign up for a discovery session. We'll go for 30 minutes. We'll talk about your life. You do whatever you want to do. Now, I'm responsible for helping you. Who's responsible for creating the value, whatever we do? You are, right? So, get together with me, sign up, change your life so that you can live a sustained outcome to your dream and vision to help influence others. Thank you.
You have 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. Everyone stand up, grab a partner real quick, and just each of you grab $1 or any cents of money. Doesn't matter what it is, just hold it up in front of the other person. All right, $1's good, $1's good. If you only have this money, hold that up. Because the other person is going to be persuading you to get your money. Okay, so it's really good. So $1, hold the dollar. This is going to be very quick, 3-minute exercise. Okay, does everyone have a partner? Okay, no, who wants to be partner with her? All right, let's do it real quick. Okay, can I get your attention? You got to do this very, very quick. Here's the deal. Some of you got 5, some of you got 20. Some of you's like, you know, holding 1, I'm holding 20. Here's what I want you to do regardless. That's all that represents the value of whatever you want to accomplish. It could be $5,000, it could be $30,000. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. You guys just talk amongst yourself. All right? You guys have the money to convince the other person to give you their money. Okay? You have 3 minutes. I'll let you know when 1.5 minutes is done. Is that very clear? Okay, go. quickly. We have less than 7 minutes to do this. We took 3 minutes to look at this. All right, who can tell me the outcome of something? Raise your hand, please. Go ahead, Susie.
We were thirsty and hungry, and we gave each other our money right away.
Okay, gave each other their money. Okay, great, awesome. Okay, who else had the experience back there?
He said 5 words, and I gave him our money.
All right, gave 5 words, gave you your money. Okay, did he give you back any money?
Yes, he did.
He did. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. Did anyone end up with their money and the other person's money?
No.
Okay, great. Okay. Now let me tell you, this is an exercise I want you to evaluate. There is no right or wrong. Okay, but it is an exploration of yourself. I've worked with an organization called Clemmer and Associates. They are actually the ones that are contributing this, along with myself. I invested Mastery of Money. This is a $200 value 6 CD set. They do a lot of great exercises there. That's going to be for Raffle. Now, Clemmer & Associates has trained 250,000 people worldwide. In Beijing, they recently just trained 3,000 people. Okay, think of personal development in Beijing, China. Now, here's the deal. Just an exploration of yourself. If you were, without even explanation, you gave your money away, ask yourself, why did you do that? Maybe you took the other person's money right away. I saw somebody do that, actually. I won't point them out. You know, maybe you're that way in life. Not socially acceptable very well. Now, if you're a man doing that to a woman, you're going to get put behind bars. If a woman doing it, she cries. She's going to get sympathy anyway, right? No, just kidding. But here's the deal. Some of you may have ended up with all the money. Some of you just gave it away. You thought somebody else had something of more value than you did. Think about that. Why did you just give it away? There is a premise in life. You'll see this quote that we'll go through another time. Every moment has choices, and every choice has its costs and benefits. The more you sacrifice, the more it is hard for you to get up from where you are at if you're not creating a win for yourself. Most people that are cause-based create a win for them, lose for myself. Does that make sense? Get grounded to create a win-win. Win-win. What you could have done, not right or wrong, one thing you could have done, say, I will give you my money, I'll give you a big win now, later on you give me a little bit, my money back and a little bit back, so I get a little win later. Could that be a win-win? Think of everything as a win-win. These are the concepts that go with people to make you successful in life, so that no one gets left behind, but you can truly impact people and have a clear conscience. So with that, I hope you sign up for a discovery session with me. I'd like to hear your dreams and stuff because I love the stories and it fuels me. Believe me, I get just as much, if not more, than you do in talking with you. So please, please, please set up a time with me. It's complimentary, and here's to your success. Thank you.
Yay, Jim, thank you. Do you want to do that raffle right now?
Yes.
Just for fun? Yes. I'm shaking things up. Just when you guys know what's coming up next. Okay. So, I know other speakers have prizes and raffle tickets too, so we will get to them, don't worry. All right. What are you raffling?
Okay. This is going to be the Mastery of Money, all right, from Clemmer & Associates. I actually have championed what they call the Champions Workshop a couple times. Also, if you want to go to their course, it's $1,000 online at clemmer.com. I talked to the main person today because we have a great relationship. We can do it for $400. If you're interested in going, let me know. I guarantee you the value is here. But this is for free. This is to your success. The Mastery of Money by Brian Clemmer.
And if you win it, can I listen to it after you? Because I forgot to buy raffle tickets, so.
Okay, the winner is Maeve. Well, we all know there's no names on here, so. All right, the number is 778172.
You're such a teaser.
172. 778172.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Come on.
That might have been my ticket. That's okay. We'll buy that.
Oh, yay! You know, Linda came to play. She sits right up front. She's got Susie's stuff. She's getting Jim's stuff. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Highly recommend getting all
Thank you. And when she makes it to her success, she's taking everyone out to dinner.
Thank you, Jim. Woo, thank you. That's super sweet. All right.